Alright, hello everybody. I hope that everybody is doing well. Um, so, some of the things I wanted to talk about are that well, first let's talk about the war. Okay, this is something that I warned about, in 2019, but I've actually been telling people this is going to happen since about 1998. So, so that war is beginning, and I expect it to still stay small, but do look for China and Iran as key figures to do something. Plus, at the same time that this is going on, our economy is being hit extremely bad. This is also what's opening the gates for Russia and China and Iran, because right now they are creating methods to go around the economic system. And this was something I also have warned about. Our fiat currency collapsing, and it is. And it's going to continue to collapse. Matter of fact, that document that I pulled up from the OCC, explained that there was a global reset that was going to happen. And from the reading of that letter, a certain amount of countries must have agreed, because, it even stated UN details and things of that nature. Or the U.S. trade agreement and things of that nature. So the dollar is going to collapse, and all prices are going to go up. There's just no avoiding it at this moment. We're entering the void, the darkness, and things are going to get really strange, because most of us are used to a certain level of living, and that's going to change. People are going to be upset. If I remember right, people are going to literally be crying out. I could be remembering it wrong on this part. All I know is that, there was so much pain that was going on during this time that, in a lot of ways, when I was reading about it, I just kind of thought to myself, how did we let things get this way? Or, and not or, but, and in a lot of ways I just wanted to block this time out, because it sounded so horrendous, horrible, and the focus went to 2024 and 2025. The great uniter, and but there's going to be shortages. There's going to still be more bad weather patterns, and like I said, it's just not due to the earth heating. It's due to the earth cooling. The earth is cooling right now, and then you got snow identifying as rain, and all this strange stuff that's going on. And I wish I could say something good, but all I can really say is that you just need to be patient. But keep doing what you're doing, and just be as patient as you can, Um, and if you need to stock up, buy right now while the prices are, I would say, somewhat reasonable, because I don't think we've seen anything yet with this inflation, and stock markets are supposed to crash. I believe cryptocurrency is probably going to crash. Um, just it's kind of like a moment. The moment's coming up where a majority of the people feel that their dreams are falling apart. You know, that's when I was reading about this, that's kind of like how I saw it, or how I felt the pain. Um, but it's just also kind of hard to try and say what people are going to go through when it hasn't been experienced yet. So, and just reading about that like decades ago, and seeing everything that happens today, just it feels really, really strange in a way. But we do get through this, so there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't know how it happens, but it's gonna be like really, really shitty one day, and then all of a sudden just boom, everything's all fucking good, and you're even better than good. I mean, but it's gonna be hard before we get to that point. And if you think we're at that point, rethink again. Rethink probably about to the moment where basically you were close to the edge of losing your mind, because that's probably how it's going to get, and you're gonna need mental strength. But I will tell you one thing. In my doctorate degree, I came across an interesting theory. If you want to look it up, it's called the James Lang theory, and the James, James, and hyphen, and then Lang, Lange, theory. And one of the things that it says is basically that a lot of what we're really not too conscious about. Most of it has to do with behavior happens before cognition. You think you cry because you feel sad, but you're sad because you cry. It's you're not angry so you strike. It's you're angry because you strike. It's very interesting, but what it boils down to is, most people are asleep and they don't even realize it. They are living their life unconsciously. They're not conscious of many things and actions that they actually do. And it's a hard awakening to come to that point of consciousness, because then you begin to feel what you've done, or how maybe not so good of a person that you have been. It's not an easy realization. But that's something that's going to come to a deep realization. I don't know at what point or level of consciousness will be sought, but I know that once it begins, it continues to rise, and which is what we need. Humanity needs high vibration. We need positivity. That's how life grows. Life does not grow in fear. life regresses in fear. Fear is what keeps you in that automated state. So you got to get rid of your fear, and you got to come to, because that's the only way we're going to do it. And you just got to keep thinking positive and push forward no matter what obstacle comes your way. And believe me, you know, right now, if anything, it's Murphy's Law. And many of obstacles are going to be thrown your way. You're going to be challenged. And just know that you can rise to the occasion. But to the darkness we go, but to the light you will see. And we've entered the void. I'll see you on the other side. Have a good one. Wake up to the light.